This is the first of two videos covering use of the West Kootenay Food Supply-Chain Model. This first video is going to cover the model itself and give a broad overview of it. The second video is going to cover how to enter your company information and supply chain link data. So when you open the model, the first thing that comes up is this information page, giving the instructions that we're just going to go over right now, which is basically how to use the functionality within the model and how to navigate it. When you've given that a quick look, click on the Next button or the next arrow to move to the model. When it opens, depending on what you're doing with it, you might want to organize it a little bit. If you're looking at a specific company or a specific geographic region, you can drag it out of the way and make it a little bit more accessible for what you'd like to do. Now, the way you zoom in and out is the mouse wheel. It's the easiest way. So you can zoom right in on elements, or you can zoom all the way out. You can also do that with the zoom in and zoom out functionality in the top right corner. Now, if you're zoomed way out like I am here and you want to fit everything within your screen, you can do this if you're zoomed in too far as well. Just click the zoom fit button and it'll bring every element present on the model into your screen. If you want to learn more about individual elements in the model, so let's say we want to click on one of these businesses, an information pane is going to come up, which shows us the information that was entered by the company themselves using the data portal that's covered in video 2. So this is the name of the business, their logo, a quick description, and other bits of various contact information that was entered into the form. Now you can close this at any time clicking the three dots here or the X button here. You can continue to click around different companies and different elements to get different information in the information pane. You can also click on individual elements, or individual connections to see details about that connection. So this is also Negredo to Rossland. Now if I close this pane and get a better view, I can select any element here and hover over it. It doesn't matter what element you're on. It can be a connection or an element, and it will fade into the background everything that doesn't happen to be connected to that element. If you want to see this with a little bit more permanence, you can click on the element itself. I can close this information pane and then click on the focus icon right here, and that will show you the element that you had just clicked and only its connections, and everything else will disappear. The buttons here will change the level of focus. So this will, for example, expand the focus to include every connection that each connection has. And you can clear the focus by again clicking on the icon. If you'd like to dig into the data a little bit deeper, you can use the search function in the top left corner or the filter functions in the bottom right. There are 3 filter functions. You can filter the businesses themselves by these categories. You can also filter the connections themselves by product. You can select one or multiple of these. And then you can also filter the connections by transport frequency. For example, if I'd like to see everything that's transported in our region monthly, these are all of those connections. If I would like to see just items that are delivered weekly, I can see those as well. Daily, you can see that it's just mostly coffee and bread and buns from a bakery, which makes sense. So that's the basic functionality of the model itself. It'll get more and more useful as more companies are added. And if you have any questions on using the model, please contact support@truegis.ca. And in video 2, we will cover how you as a company can add your company information and supply chain data to the model.